to have your company ahead of the biggest game of the home and away season tomorrow. Collingwood and Essendon, MCG, Anzac Day. We're looking forward to that. Lots to get through tonight, though. Some news around Jim, and it's not great. Worrying signs for a young star of the competition. We'll tell you who shortly.
Speaking of stars, Gary, we always like to have the biggest stars on the Footy Show, and generally we get them. Monday, Hawthorn Geelong, one man tore that game to shreds.
Good.
He's live on the Footy Show tonight. Tom Hawkins is in the house.
Looking forward to seeing Big Tommy. Now, Shane Crawford, he can do some silly things. He can also do some extraordinary stuff, as we've seen over the past couple of years with some of his big fundraising events. He's got a very big announcement to make tonight. I think he's got another challenge on his hands.
And Damien Barrett's going to be out here to tell us about the future of Jack Trengove, who's a fine young man. The certainties, there's controversy everywhere because Gary and Sam stuffed them up last week. They're both bickering about what they have to do. We'll sort that out in a moment.
And we'll also show you street talk from Ackland Street. That is not to be missed. Let's get started.
Company at Auckland Precinct 4, of course, the mighty Footy Show. And these are big boys. The panel today, especially the first two, are big power forwards. It's how we like them on the Footy Show. And let's get started with the two-time premiership playing, Coleman medal winning star of the Hawks, Jared Roughhead's here. Big Rough. And from the Melbourne Football Club, and formerly, of course, of the Collingwood Football Club, great to have Chris Dawes in the house. Oh, good-looking boy, Big Dawsy, winning $1 million. And, of course, fresh from the snake pit last week where he and Gary did things that were quite extraordinary, the superstar from the Hawks, have a look at him, Shane Crawford.
Great to have the two big power forwards.
Thank
and also
you very much,
Shane.
Gary. How you going?
No, I'm not even going to talk to you yet, all right? I don't even want to talk to you about what's going on there.
Certificate?
What?
Snake handling certificate?
You already did. Hey, we've got to welcome him.
Lady.
Shut up. The man that thinks he's the greatest tipster the world has ever seen. He got it horribly wrong last week. He tipped against his Cats. Please welcome the 300-game superstar, John Sammy Newman. Welcome to you,
I like to stand to do this, Gary.
Yes, go on.
Now, you might think the old soothsayer, the old sage, tipping has faltered.
It did. Horribly wrong.
You don't think the old Foss is that stupid, do you? Now, you might remember this is what I said last week. Don't bet on it because I'd hate you to get rich because you're following my tips. Just keep your money to yourself. Right.
Yes.
Well, I tipped Hawthorn as a certainty.
You did.
But I have here in my hand, this is legitimate. This is the old Foss here. I told Joel Selwood, just stick with me, mate. That is a betting slip.
From
sportsbet.com.au.
Yeah,
Gamble responsibly.
Gamble responsibly and don't gamble when you're drugged or don't drink a hell of a lot when you're driving, all that stuff, Gary.
At all.
You know, don't... and I put it's like just a small amount for me, but quite a substantial amount for the unwashed out there. I put some money on the Cats to win.
So what?
And it is illegal if Sportsbet give a bogus receipt. That is a genuine bet.
Okay, so you...
So what I was just trying to tell people, don't follow my tips because you might lose. Right. But I backed the Cats to win.
You've wasted 2 minutes of our show. You tipped Hawthorn as your certainty. You lost, and you'll be paying a penalty for it.
That is.
Yeah, absolutely. Clap it up.
Would you rather the theatre of tipping incorrectly here or the practice of winning quite a lot of money backing who you think actually will win.
Well, what we'd have to do is
So,
go to this.
hello.
If you can get a tight shot of this, is the Footy Show certainty card laws and rulings.
Haven't had to use it all that often.
Have not had to use it too often at all, Jimmy boy, and it does say that any... Where is that thing? Rule 14.4 says a certainty card overrules any bet laid at all with sportsbet.com.au. So,
This is very good stuff,
so,
Gary.
the bottom line is I also lost because I picked...
No, I'm happy to say, I'm happy for the sake of the show to say I lost, but I didn't lose.
Right.
I didn't lose, and I'm happy to distribute the money amongst the needy or the poor. I'm happy to do all that.
I am happy to announce...
I backed Geelong.
I'm happy to announce on behalf of the show that we go to Perth next week, and these two gentlemen to my left and right will both be doing the certainty stunt that we've got organised for them. It will be enormous. It will be live in the studio in Perth, and it will involve some of the killing machines from the West. And I'm going to walk you through a couple, Gary. Shark.
Ooh.
Scorpion.
Ooh.
Great WA eating spider. Yeah, they will all be a part of, Gary, a live stunt next week.
Well, we'll talk about that throughout the show because I'm not sure about that.
No,
what we've got to do is
happen.
Get stuck into our panel. Jared Ruffhead joins us. Welcome, Ruff. Great to have you. Hey, mate, you won the first four in emphatic style. You could have come on any of those weeks, and you've had to come in the week after you got rolled by the Cats. They are a very good footy side who would appear 12 of the past 13 times anyway have got your measure.
Yeah, very much so, Gaz. It's a little bit disappointing coming in after a loss, but always in footy you get a chance to make up for it, and we do this weekend against Richmond.
Yeah, and you've got to wait till round 22 to take on the Hawks again. What is it?
Cats.
The Cats. What is it that's got your measure? What is it that makes it difficult for Hawthorn to get over the top of Geelong?
I just think it's one of those things that they're always great encounters against the Cats, and unfortunately...
Hardly an answer, Jared. That's hardly an answer.
So what would you like me to say, Sam?
Well, I would like to say, what is the Achilles heel of Hawthorn against Geelong? 12 out of 13. There must be something that they've got over you that you can put your finger on.
I can't. Otherwise I'd know, wouldn't I?
What you call me?
I said I can't.
Oh, God, I thought you'd...
Yes, we knew what you thought.
Well, do they move the ball too quickly? They're too big for you? Have they got a different game plan? Do you choke? There must be some reason.
They're a very good side.
You're a very good side.
They're a very good side. They're a very good side.
Now, we've been talking about Buddy Franklin. And okay, sorry. Now, Buddy Franklin had a crash the other day, and we actually have the vision of what actually happened, and here he is. There he is. He's heading across the Harbour Bridge. You can see the Opera House over there. Centre Point Town, been there, done a bit of shopping there. Yeah, there's the Taronga Zoo. Yeah, wrestled a few snakes in there. And that's what happened.
So we shouldn't make light of it. It was
you told me to do it.
No, I did not. I wanted to ask you, Ruff, about Buddy. Of course, it was big news up in Sydney. He did run the old Jeep over the top of 3 or 4 parked cars.
As you do.
This is the vision here. Now, I don't know whether have you spoken to Buddy? He seems to be okay. Is it training today?
Yeah, I sent him a text just making sure he's all right. But as you said, you're glad that he is all right and no one was hurt, because I can imagine it'd be pretty scary thing having to deal with that.
He'd be shaken, and Damien Barrett out a little bit later with news about Buddy Franklin.
Can I tell you how it happened, mate? What, slippery was it, or was it just what lights? What happened there? Do you think?
Not too sure.
You haven't spoken to him about that.
I don't know the roads in Sydney.
No.
Righto, look, we know you're a bit flat. You've come in here, you've lost the game, we're going to cheer you up again. So we're just going to show you a couple of lookalikes. This one was sent in to us. This is you and Kristen Thomas. That's a girl from a movie called The Babysitter Club.
Bit more hair? More hair there?
A little bit more hair, same sort of dental arrangement.
Yes.
I like that one.
I like it.
That's a good one. Hey, there's also been lots of photos of you sent in over the journey, Jared.
Yes.
And we haven't shown them all, but we thought, given that you do seem to be just a little listless, that we might run them by you. So let's have a look at some of our favourite photos. This one here, look like you're getting right into training there, Ruff. What's that about?
Just recovering after an early rehab session.
Oh, yeah? OK, well, let's roll on into the next one where you're at the Emirates Marquee, and where are we at there?
Looking good.
All right, well, while you're talking about looking good, what's going on here? just appearing out of the sauna nude.
Well, I don't know what you want me to say there. Like, it's a shocking picture.
Was that a solarium?
Oh, yeah. With my complexion, I'm going to do that, am I?
Boys, cut up rough.
No, he's not that happy, mate. Just sit back and relax.
You leave him alone.
I love it to have Chris Dawes from the Melbourne Footy Club as well. Tough. You've been there a year and a bit now at the Melbourne Footy Club. You've had some injuries, haven't been able to get out on the park. Must have been nice to celebrate that win a couple of weeks ago.
It was, yeah, and I think, you know, we sort of set it up a couple of weeks out. Roosie threw the side around a bit, changed the energy, put Chip Frawley up forward, and then it sort of gave me a partner to work with once I came into the side, and thankfully we were able to knock off the Blues and probably should have beat the Gold Coast, but we let it get away.
We did that game on Triple M, Gary and I. You played a fine game of football first up back, but it looked to us like you blew up Deluxe in the back half of the game. Is that as knackered as you've been?
I don't even know about back half of the game. I think 10 minutes in I was running on a treadmill, Jim.
But it was amazing that you played. The rest of us thought you'd come back through the VFL and give yourself a chance to get to that fitness level, but in you went.
Yeah, one of those ones. That month leading into my return, speaking with the fitness staff, it was a case of get as much work as we can safely into me, so that I can get back in the AFL side as quickly as possible. It was no secret that we were crying out for a key forward. You know, with probably our top 3 key forwards were on the sideline, so it was just a bit of a needs thing, get me back in there. Well,
to the point where you took your own inclusion reasonably seriously. Let's have a look at Bernard Vince, who sent this tweet. Looking forward to seeing the answer, stroke the difference, on the Footy Show tonight. It came to our attention, Dawes, that after that game, and of course the first win, you were wandering around the Melbourne rooms calling yourself the answer because you were the answer to winning the game. Is this true?
I've been stitched up there by Bernie, but I think you noticed the hashtag there. He talked about me being the decoy, which is what the boys keep reminding me that's all I am down there.
No, you're more than that, mate. You are a very, very important part of the team. Goal kicking is a big subject on this panel here. Now, Samuel, this is for you. That's Dawsey, only the 25 directly in front, just hit the post, and then had another crack a little bit later and just pushed one wide.
One of the...
I'm not sure any applause are needed. No, I wouldn't be applauding that.
Yeah, no, just applauding that we got the camera shot of him missing. That's what we're... mate, I have the answer, and I'll be the Footy Show can reveal later on tonight a fail-safe way to kick goals. As you know, I have the FARC Academy, the Fossils Academy of Reliable Kicking Up. I've got a new inductee into it, and he'll be here later for a fail-safe way for you. The kicking for goal is disgraceful.
Well, before you go on, Hamish McIntosh, Monday, big game, MCG, right on the quarter-time siren. That's from the top of the goal square.
Now, mate, that is, if you work that out, that is harder to do that.
Yes.
It is harder to do that than actually kick the thing through the goals. So that is quite a skillful effort, that.
A lot of people don't know about Chris. OK, I'll stop it. Now, Chris has got 2 pugs. What are their names?
Bert and Barney.
Bert and Barney, but they actually dress exactly like Chris. Have a look at this. You dress your dogs the way you dress. Please explain.
It's going to be a hard one to explain, I think. I'll be having words with my fiancée, Paige, when I get home, and she may no longer be my fiancée when
Fair enough too.
Well, snake handler's looking for love, so...
Well, Shane, we're going to leave Dawsey alone. You've come dressed out as an idiot because
Get back to Ruffy again.
Pardon?
We'll get back to Ruffy
we're
again.
going to give Ruff a bit of a spell. The snake handling that we did last week, you weren't on last Thursday. You were pathetic.
Yeah, pathetic.
What happened, Shane?
You were scared and petrified.
I was, yeah. I was scared. You were trying to put that in a bag, but you were pointing it towards my wrist. You were wanting to bite me. You kept saying, I want this snake to bite you, Shane.
You had to go in the bag, stupid, so why couldn't I do
anyway,
that?
I wasn't too brave, but did what I had to do.
What's got you in a headlock, Shane? Just so you'd stay there. Have a look at you.
It's got 110 teeth, Gary.
Oh, I know that.
See, look at that. And then I just wrapped it up and took it home and chopped it up and fed it to the kids. But anyway, I'll tell you what, you haven't been too brave over your time. I've got some footage here. Have a look at this. And it all starts with Sam scared of nothing. Sam scared of a snake. Or maybe it's Feb. Sam scared of a cat. The cat actually scared of Sam. Have a look at it. What are you scared of there, Sam? A parcel. And then the cat races off from Sam. All of you scared of donkey poo. Oh, no. Not good. Sam scared of mice. Gary scared of mice. That's quite good. Jim's scared of a tiny worm. Sam's still scared of snakes. But we love this animal. He's not scared of a football, don't worry about that. He'll get in there and have a red hot go. Good on you, Monty. Leave me alone.
Right. What we are going to do is get stuck into the big game tomorrow, but before we do, you've done some wonderful things on this show over the past couple of years, and we've been very, very proud of you. You've got another announcement, we believe, tonight. Is that right?
Well, I'll do it now?
Not now, no, but...
Okay, I'll do it later. This is big. This is the biggest thing I've ever done. And, well, maybe I'm talking it up, just so you hang in there and watch the show. But it is huge, and you won't want to go anywhere because it's probably the biggest thing I've ever done. And I haven't told you guys yet, but you're actually involved as well.
All right.
Thank you very much.
We look forward to that, Shane. That'll be fantastic coming up a little later on. But now, one of the biggest home and away games of the year. Anzac Day, MCG, 90,000 if you don't mind. And the Magpies are flying. Did a nice job on my boys, the Kangaroos, last week. Steel side bottom's a very good player. No changes. They've got virtually their whole list to pick and are in fine fettle. The Bombers. Issues for them. BJ Goddard hasn't come up. Hawking may not play either. Courtney Dempsey's an amazing in. Winderlick had some nice speed. Zach Merritt there. And hooker, as you can see. Jobe Watson will be enormous for the Bombers in this game. These two sides have played 19 Anzac Day games. Collingwood lead 10-8 with a draw as well. Ruff, let's start with you. This is going to be massive. What do you think is going to happen?
Definitely going to be massive. I think Collingwood showed a bit of form last week against the Roos, and Big Trav Cloak's in a bit of form, so I think that, that Collingwood might get up.
Did you play one of these when you were with the Magpies?
Yeah, I reckon I played 3 or 4 of them.
And just tell us, I mean, for having been out there, what sort of a build-up is it at the Collingwood Footy Club? I know it's an enormous day everywhere else, but for you guys, I reckon it would be, apart from a grand final, probably the biggest.
That's it, sort of outside of finals and even including the early finals, it's the game you want to play in, particularly when Mick Malthouse was in charge. You know, his love of war history, he'd always build it up. Especially, and it'll be a massive game, and I'm backing the Pies. I think their tall forwards will get the job done.
Oh,
Well, Gary, no, I think Collingwood, their effort's been really good for the last 3 weeks, and the snake handler reckons the Pies are going to win. You were scared of a hat.
What?
You got scared of a hat.
Samuel, this is a very big day, the biggest day in the home and away calendar, no question about it.
It is, Gary, yeah.
You're looking forward to it?
90-odd thousand there.
You're a little bit tingly, up the back of the spine?
Oh, yeah, I'm like a flummery at the minute. I'm as nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
Who are you liking?
I think Collingwood on their form. You'd have to say the Bombers faltered against St Kilda, mind you. St Kilda did very well. Let's not take anything away from them, but they just took over Jim's mob, the Marsupials, and beat them last week, so we're going for the Pies.
All right, well, I am also going for Collingwood. I think the Bombers are struggling to kick a score, so I think the Magpies might get up. But just speaking of Collingwood, they honour their legends as well as anyone in the competition. And last Thursday, our great dear friend, the biggest name in football media of all time, Lou Richards, was honoured with a statue outside the Westpac Centre. There's Eddie wheeling him in. All the playing lists were there. And there's a statue. There you were there, Samuel. This is a great day and a fitting testament to this man.
It was a great day. And we spoke to Eddie and congratulations to Eddie for recognising Lou while he's still with us and putting a monument and a tribute up to him, and it was a great piece of forward thinking by Collingwood and Eddie particularly to glorify the people while they're still around so they can get the enjoyment for it.
As I said, they do it as well as anyone. Lou was also awarded the John Kennedy Lifetime Achievement Award, the inaugural winner, I think, so absolutely fitting. But, Jim,
Gary,
I'm not sure whether you noticed this
I did notice.
Just there, if we can get that last shot up there of Sam and Eddie. Eddie.
Ed, yep.
This is Swan Street, the busiest
That's
street in Melbourne. You're not allowed to park your car there. That is a clear way every single minute of every single day, Force. And you just pulled up out the front, thought you're big enough just to open the door and left it. Did you leave it running?
If I get a letter from the police...
Did you leave it running?
I was about to leave and they door stopped Eddie, just said, do you mind if we have a chat to him? They said, Sam, get out of your car. No, they thrust...
Oh, yeah.
So that's a one-off, is it?
Oh, well, what, you reckon I'd just get out of my car, double park it and walk up? If I'd been given some notice... What do you...
Yes, we do. In fact, you are a recidivist when it comes to this particular thing, Force, because during the week... Clarendon Street is the home of the mighty Triple M. Bill Brownless and I were on air. We looked out of the window halfway through the show, across the road, the little paper shop deli, the old paper shop deli, and we saw this.
No. You can't do that.
Gary, he had left his chariot and parked 2 cars in who were unable to go anywhere for 5 minutes with it persisting down with rain. He went into the deli to get himself a coffee and then just wandered back out again.
How do you know that's a still photo?
That's
driving past.
No, you were not driving past. I rang you as you got into your car and you took your phone out of your little man bag.
Anyone can set
and started talking to me. That's exactly what
Anyone can set that up, Gary. They just took a shot out of the Triple M studio windows. Me as I drove.
Of course, look me in the eye and tell me that what I just said happened didn't happen.
Open your eyes.
What is this, Bert and Ernie?
All we're saying is
a tag team going on here.
The City of Melbourne, we all obey...
If I get another letter from them...
We obey the rules and we park where we're supposed to park.
Some of us do.
That's like putting that big head on that photo of me playing football.
Double parked in Clarendon Street, which you're not allowed to do. We're going to take a break. Plenty more still to come on the Footy Show.
Tonight on the Footy Show, we'll have you up and about. After getting his Cats across the line against Hawthorn, Tom Hawkins is joining us live. That's right, ladies. The mighty Tomahawk is in the house. The Force's mailbags bristling with Hume.
That is awfully good.
Also, Damo has a sack full of footy news. Ouch! Plus, our man Croft's been covered in spiders, mounted a rodeo bull, ridden all the way to Perth. So what has he got planned this time? Plus, next week, it's our sold-out Perth show, and we'll be announcing how you could win the last 2 tickets. And Croft takes Street Talk to Ackland Street to see if any of the locals are keen to copy the Saints' move down Frankston way.
Move to Frankston and...
Frankston, because Frankston's shit.
Move to Frankston and...
Become a bogan? I don't know.
That's what's on offer, so grin and bear it. Welcome back to the Footy Show. Thanks to Nissan, of course, celebrating 80 magnificent years. And Home Timber and Hardware, go where the tradies go. Great to have your company. Just a reminder that Tom Hawkins, the big superstar from the Cats, is not far away, Gaz.
There's another big game coming up on Anzac Day. Fremantle take on the North Melbourne Footy Club. Have a look at the Dockers. 2 changes. Hayden Ballantyne been suspended. Taberners omitted. Sheridan Crows who come back in aside. The lost to Sydney by 17 points. Got some work to do. They've won 19 of their last 20 matches at Patterson. They will be reasonably confident, Jim. Your boys,
come on,
the Kangaroos. Lost to Collingwood by 35 points, and Jimmy boy, they were poor last week. They've got some changes. Daniel Wells out with the foot. Curry's been dropped. Thompson's been suspended. Jacobs omitted. In comes the little big man, Robbie Nahas, Tippett, Zeebelback and Majak Daw.
Majak Daw.
Very important ins. Tough assignment heading over to Subiaco. Croft, who's winning, please?
I think Fremantle will. I think Ross Lyon... Sorry, Jim. Every time I pick North Melbourne, they lose. So
keep picking the other
that's
mob.
right. But Fremantle, Ross Lyon was very angry last week after the Swans match. The first quarter, thought they weren't passionate enough and
36 less tackles,
caring enough. So I reckon this week we'll see the real Fremantle and they'll bounce back and have a good win.
All right, Dorzo. Drew Peachy, by the way, playing game number 250 for the Kangaroos. So well done to Drew.
Yeah. 250 career games, a huge milestone, so congratulations to Drew, but I'd love for them to win it for him. I just can't see Freo being beat at Patterson Stadium. Too strong.
Gaz said 19 out of the last 20 the Dockers have won, Jim, and your boys haven't won there since 07, so...
Oh, Mr. Negative Pants. Danger of you saying
And saying it with a smile too.
He's enjoying it. He's a former North Melbourne supporter, by the way.
Yeah.
All through your childhood.
Yep.
We'll say something nice.
Dockers will win.
You haven't won there for a hell of a long time, Jimmy.
07.
Oh, really?
What?
2007.
Yeah,
Well, against Fremantle, you're
Yeah.
talking about. Beating West Coast over there for us.
Any ideas why they're not successful? Any ideas why Hawthorn aren't successful against Geelong or North aren't successful against Fremantle? Any ideas? Right, moving on.
Just a tip at some stage.
Fremantle.
Fremantle.
Yeah.
Gary?
Jimmy, I'm going to Fremantle too. I think Ross Lyons will be savage.
All right.
And no Scott Thompson.
I know.
That tackles business is nonsense, Gary.
Beg pardon?
You know, they say tackles. You have
36 less.
Yeah, sides that haven't got the ball tackle a lot.
Well, they
If
lost
you
the
got
uncontested ball by 36 too.
So they didn't
No,
have the
but
ball.
you can do anything with statistics. That tackling business means that you haven't got the ball. That's why you tackle a lot.
No,
All right, I want to just very quickly, because I know Gary's got something here that he thinks is tremendously
It is
humorous.
very funny.
But before we get to it, I want to say this. Today, one of the all-time greats of the North Melbourne Football Club celebrated his 80th birthday, and next week, another of the all-time greats of our footy club turns 80. So, to Albert Mantello and to Doc Aylett, happy 80th birthday to these fine gentlemen, giants of the AFL 24.
They would be proud of their new chairman. They'd be proud of you. The way that you conduct yourself is exemplary. There's no question about it. You're shy, you're
Yes,
understated.
that's it.
Just have a look at the interview you did on Good Friday here.
You know, Simon Lethland and Gil McLaughlin and those sort of people know that the North Melbourne Football Club are going to be involved. But having said that, if you look at the draw for the last 5 years, they don't always listen to what we say. But anyway, let's hope on this occasion they are. It's in a bit of humour in the middle of it, Gary.
Funny.
Lighten it up a bit.
I liked it. It was funny. Let's get into Sam's mailbag. What do you got there, Force?
Some luminaries in the audience.
Oh.
The people that followed us up the Kokoda Trail.
No, I saw him.
Peter Miller from No Roads.
Yes, I saw
Stuart
him.
Thompson from GTI.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
And Andy Fraser with a Z.
From the
They
Today
followed
Show.
us up the Kokoda track and they are responsible for the footage. Just having said that, on this day of Anzac, which
We
has
may
nothing
ask
to do
a
with
question
Anzac
later
Day.
in the show about you if we get a chance.
And,
Did they do as
and-
much whining as you did during the journey?
No, I did a lot.
Stuart did. Yeah.
Yeah, and Alex Lepi, Aussie Alex Lepi is
yeah.
fighting on Saturday in Germany and he will be coming here with the World
Let's
Heavyweight
hope so.
Championship
Let's
belt.
hope that is the case. Yeah, what do you got
You
in
can
your
watch
mailbag?
it on pay-to-view television on Fox.
Here we go.
Tristan, you can. Tristan of Safety Beach. Ruffy. Yeah, watching your mailbag segment, you clearly enjoy animals that say and do stupid things, don't you? Well,
Yeah.
Eve and I sometimes, Gary, think this is
that was
really
funny.
how much can we dumb it
Well,
down.
come on, push for it.
But you obviously don't like tattoos. Well, it's not I don't like them. It's just I just can't see what the attraction is to I don't like them. I know you think they are a problem in later life because they are permanent, but there are ways around that. For example, this bloke had his girlfriend's name tattooed on his wrist. This is Lauren. And he says Tristan, but when they broke up, look what he did. Which is pretty clever. Pretty clever for a man who wears tattoos.
No, that's very smart.
Or a beard. He changed it to Ralph Lauren. But who wants to walk around with Ralph Lauren on their person? Who wants to look at him? Is that a man from Top Gun or is that a man about to get into a MiG fighter and shoot down the enemy? Look at that man.
Look at the swagger.
That is a reasonably comfortable
the shoulder
swagger, Gary.
roll, eh?
That is as punsy as you can get.
Come on.
Large villain. Eh? Another bone to pick with you,
Yes,
says
please.
Tristan. Thanks to you, if I want to have a barbecue, this is true, if I want to have a barbecue outside the G tomorrow, this is Anzac Day where everyone gathers to cook, I have to buy a bloody permit, says Tristan, and this is why Tristan has to buy a permit.
Australian football. It's just amazing.
You're going in here today into the biggest...
Away, guys, move away,
What the f*** are we doing? What are we doing?
Get him, John, get him up.
Well, get him, what the f*** are you doing?
Move away.
There's a fire, mate. I don't know, mate.
That is... This is the absolute truth. So there's going to be 95,000 people go to the MCG tomorrow. It's Anzac Day. They enjoy the dawn service, all those sorts of things. They get down to the MCG in the car park and they like to have a barbecue before they go into the game. That particular occasion, you were doing a street talk.
Oh, it's minding my own business with the microphone, interviewing people, and Johnny Moncrief from Monjon thought it was Al-Qaeda. He thought there was a bomb.
Well, a gas bottle blew up.
Yep. A gas bottle, he thought it was a bomb.
That's right, and he jumped on you.
He mounted you.
He digitally...
No, so that's my favourite vision of all time. He dived on Sam and sacrificed his own life.
Yeah, that's it.
As a result of that going off that gas bottle, now if any person wants to go to the MCG and have a barbecue tomorrow, they need to get a permit. That's why he's not happy with you.
That's right, and as a result of that, I spent a summer in a wheelchair. He put my... It's all right when you're ready to be dumped, but when your just body is flaccid, which...
Flaccid.
Not flaccid, I didn't mean flaccid. When...
Limp.
Well, when it's limp, limp, yeah. When you're just not ready for it, I mean... all right, get on with it, Gary.
Moses from Deep Dean.
Moses of Deep Dean.
Oh,
you
Deep
read
Dean.
him out then.
No,
Moses of Deep Dean. I know
Deep
you
Dean.
say Shane Crawford is as Absolutely, I do say this, Moses. I know you say Shane Crawford is as dumb as a bag of hammers. Don't feel sorry for him. That man is dumb. But is he really? He is really. Things aren't always what they seem, like this photo. This is true. Now, see that?
Oh, no. What?
Now...
Come on.
Close up, that looks like a couple of people are docking the submarine there. That's what but the wider shot reveals not just that's what it is.
That's exactly
it's it's the shadow of someone speaking at a lectern. But if you just saw that in isolation, you'd think that there's a bit of
Someone under the lectern.
Business.
You would think that there was something going on.
Yeah.
I have some lookalikes of the great Shane I would like you to show him. This is Shane as Liberace. And do you know Liberace? Do you know when he died? You know they sold his grand piano for $2.5 million?
They're right.
And they couldn't give his stool away.
Oh, there we are. A little bit of after-hours material.
Bringing them all out tonight.
That's it.
Oh, he's got them
There
all
we
going.
go. Some of his real crisp sportsman's night stuff there.
Yeah, that's good. Sort of Anzac Day special. He's bringing out some of his good ones. Come on, that was good.
Couldn't see that coming down the tracks.
Funny one. Oh, he snorted. Did you hear that?
What is that?
He snorted.
And Shane is the Indian chief.
Yes.
And then the stripper. This is the stripper, Shane.
There we are.
With Rhonda Birchmore.
Which one?
Right, now quickly get on with this.
Yes, that's it, yeah.
Where is the... Oh, yeah, here he is. Leon of Ashburton, Sam, you know you say Jason Dunstall doesn't mind your constant jibes. He doesn't mind them, does he?
Not overly happy.
No, he gets a bit edgy.
Does he?
But keep down anyway.
I reckon you speak crap, he says. Well, I asked Jason, does he mind? And this is what he said.
I love it. Absolutely love it. It's brilliant to watch.
And is the chief really that big? This is what Leon says. Is the chief? My word, he is. Look, there he is. Now that's him. That's.
Oh no.
That is that is just that talk
on the
couch, and that's Kevin Bartlett, who is just his, and that's their relative size. And I love Jason, says Leon, on the wireless. What's that station he is on? Says Leon.
Triple M.
But like you, this is the long letter, this, Ruffy. But like you, I don't think he's that comfortable on the couch. Well, exactly, I don't think he is. Do you know what he'd be more comfortable on? No, seriously, I've given this some thought. Oh, no. I reckon he'd be more comfortable on this.
I'm not having this.
Hey?
Come on.
No,
not with our man.
No.
Look at this. Look at this man.
This is what you need to do. Sam's Mailbag, GPO Box 9, Melbourne, Victoria 2001. Sams.mailbag@9.com.au or footyshow.com.au. Are you right there, old fella?
Well, I've lost my microphone, have I?
Lost your mic,
Watch out, Sam.
Well, get yourself up. Get yourself up, get yourself back in the seat, and Tommy Hawkins will be out shortly on the Footy Show.
Next week, of course, the Footy Show comes to you live from the stunning complex at Crown Perth. No better place to call home, by the way, than Crown when you visit Perth. Home to some of Western Australia's finest restaurants and dining experiences. Bars, of course, casual cafes, a great place to catch up with friends. And I'm telling you right now, that is a ripping joint, Gaz.
Yep, indulge in world-class accommodation, Jimmy. Pamper yourself in the day spa, catch a live show, one of the many fantastic venues, including the 2,300-seat Crown Theatre that will once again play host to the Footy Show. With bars and restaurants, hotels and entertainment, there's always, Jimmy boy, something new to enjoy at Crown Perth.
No doubt about that. And we can announce here tonight that next week we'll be in Perth, as we just said, and joining us on the night live will be Shepherd, who have the biggest single in Australia at the moment, Geronimo. Shepherd. The #1 song. And they will be joining us and belting that song out live.
Well, and not only that, Jimmy boy, there's tickets sold out in 9 minutes, but thanks to the most powerful Nissan Patrol ever, we are giving you and a friend the chance to attend the show live in Perth, including return flights, transfers, $500 spending money, and 2 nights at Crown Promenade, if you don't mind. You'll be treated to an experience of pure luxury, just like the opulence in the Nissan Patrol V8. To enter, head to footyshow.com.au and tell us in 25 words or less, who do you think is the most powerful player on the ground this season and why? That'll be the last chance you get those tickets over there in Perth. We cannot wait. There you go. To get the Crown.
And they're rooming with Sam, Gary.
Pardon?
They're going to room with Sam.
They're going to room with Sam. All right, let's have a look at this game. Carlton take on West Coast Saturday. Everyone Stadium. The Blues back in the winners' list, beat the Dogs by 28 points last week. They welcome back Brock McLean, Jamison, Jeffy Garlett and Robinson, Judd out with the hamstring. Kerno, what about the courage of that man? Broke his leg, tried to get back on and play. Mark Murphy back in sensational form. They take on the Eagles, who just lost to Port Adelaide by 14 points last Saturday night at Patterson Stadium. Schofield, like said, McGovern come in, Glass out, suspended Xavier Ellis with a calf. And Hill's been omitted. Jeremy McGovern, by the way, taken with pick 44 in the 2011 rookie draft, upgraded from the rookie list, so well done to him making his debut. Ruff, who's winning, please?
West Coast will. I think they're just a bit too tall up front in their forward line, and they should be able to get over the top of the Blues.
Hey, Dorza, how is it with Kennedy, Darling, Cox, Nat-Nui that they can be 16th in the comp for marks inside 50?
Yeah, sort of good point you make. Those guys are stars up there, but I think probably the way they've been moving the footy, particularly at Subi.
We might have had a Dockers fan heckling us there.
They're always going to, if they move the ball quick going inside 50, maybe they don't use those guys so much. But as you say, they're star tools, and I think for that reason, the West Coast will knock the Blues out.
Gary, you can learn a lot from Ed Kerno. Well, you can learn a lot from Ed Kerno.
Why?
Broke his leg. Didn't get on a stretcher, didn't cry. He actually tried to go back on the field. Great courage, and that was the reason the Blues.
Did he?
He snapped it right in half. He snapped both legs.
Bullshit.
Okay. Now, I think West Coast will win. I think it'll be close, but I think the West Coast Eagles will be too strong.
Samuel? I know what you're talking about, Shane. You've thrown up on the jet plane when you had to go up there for a dare.
You did.
You had an involuntary bowel motion when you got the snake.
Yep.
And you threw up on the going down the Antarctic across the Drake Passage.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, you told me you did.
I don't think we're allowed to say that.
West
West Coast?
Yeah, the West Coast.
Your thoughts, Gary?
I also am going to select the West Coast.
Well, amazing that Chris Judd, of course, was a Brownlow medalist and a superstar for both clubs. We saw him come back as the sub, and 6 minutes in, this is what happened. Ping. Hamstring gone. And that was a great shame because he is one of the players we enjoy watching the most, the superstar Chris Judd. He's now going to be on the sidelines for a while. But, of course, not the only explosive athlete to ping a hamstring.
We love it.
We've seen it happen before.
Oh, where's the stretcher?
And look.
Still loves it.
You snort again.
Well, no, and just
like
for the assembled cameramen and sound recorders, you couldn't show the stretcher vision again. We told them all about that on the track.
Hugging Larry. All right, we might have a look at that as we take a look at this game. Melbourne take on the Sydney Swans. Paul Roos against his old team, of course, at the MCG. Big Dawes are in fine fettle. Chip Frawley, as he said, has gone forward, playing very nice football. And the star, Nate Jones, is a terrific footballer as we swing across. Big Jomar back in as well, the Russian. All right, take a look at the Sydney Swans. Back on track on the weekend, a very nice win. And look at that massive in. Adam Goods, potentially going to play his first game since June last year. Shane?
I've been really pleased for the D's because they've been having a real crack, and that's what it's all about. We just want them to compete. But the Swans found a bit of form and they should go on with it, so they should have a reasonable win at the MCG. Sorry,
Dawsey. Want to tell everyone about very nice to have the number 3 Guernsey running around again for Melbourne. Young Christian Salem, who was taken at pick number 9 in the draft this year. High quality young man. He's going to make his debut against the Swans on Saturday night. What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, that's right. He's a young Brighton Grammar lad, actually, and he's got a lethal left and right boot, actually, but, you know, really smooth mover, pretty quick and a great ball user.
34 disposals in the VFL last week, so gets an opportunity.
And a very hairy man too, we understand, Dawser, is that right? For a young man.
Yeah, not quite Gary Lyon.
So the number 3.
Going down that
He's going to reel them all off tonight, Jim, one after the other.
We've heard he's hairy, Gary.
Shut up, Sam. You can snort again and just be quiet.
If they show the stretcher vision, I'll snort.
No, you don't. Now, Paul Roos' old side, of course. He been on edge a bit this week or not?
Oh, no more so than usual. He's pretty calm, Roosy. I think he's treating it like any other game, and we're hoping to build up to a win.
All right, Ruff, what do you think? Upset on the cards?
Don't think so.
No.
I think Sydney will win this one. All right. Yeah, just too much talent on the park compared to the D's.
All right.
Force?
Yeah, what would you put it? What would you put the Swans win down? Why do you think they'd win it? Just too accomplished all over the ground, or?
We've just answered your question. So.
Right. And they obviously think highly of number 3, Gary,
yes.
giving it to some stribbling from the country that no one's ever heard of.
Bull. This kid's one of the highest rated young players in the country. So take that back.
No, Gary, he could well be a star.
Everyone's heard
How
of
many
him
games he played?
He's making his debut.
Thank you, my point. Normally the number 3, the numbers, they retire and just wait for the blockbusters to come out.
Hey, this boy is...
Well, all right. Well done. Good luck to him, anyhow.
Oh, yeah, good on you. Thank you. Sitting at home and you just sit
there. No, mate, he could be a star. Let's wait
just
and
give
see.
Us a tip.
Let's wait. What, pardon?
Tip.
Oh, Sydney.
Well, they probably will. But, hey, Dawsey, nice to have you in New Balance, are the sponsors of the Melbourne Footy Club. Got a big announcement to make, I believe. And these are very nice shoes. Look at those.
Got that for a wheel.
Hey, look at them. And come in this colour too for Sam.
Very lovely.
That's right, Gaz. Membership offer at the moment. New Balance, one of the club's major sponsors, are offering $100 vouchers to the next 1,000 members to join up to the footy club this season. So I think we got it down there, melbournefc.com.au. Membership, you know, particularly for a club that's had a tough couple of years, is so important. So we're hoping that this little incentive will get a few more up and we'll get us up near 40,000.
That's right. You get half of the people that haven't yet recommitted to the Melbourne Footy Club sign up, grab themselves a pair of New Balance shoes. They get to 40,000 members for the Melbourne Footy Club, and that would be fantastic result. Samuel?
Yeah.
Why won't you buy a membership ticket, given that you've walked out?
I've always wanted a pair of New Balance. Do I get a pair of New Balance shoes?
You can have these ones.
So that's the incentive to...
Just a little added incentive
get
to
a
get
pair
involved.
of New Balance shoes.
They're very good shoes.
They are indeed.
You put them on and you run fast and away you go.
We're going to get to Damo in a sec, but everyone who supports their club should be a member of their club.
That's
It's
exactly
the cleanest
right.
money that you get as a footy club. All 18 need members, so sign up ASAP.
All right, bit of news kicking around, and as we always say, and it's an actual fact, we don't just say it, Damien Barrett is the best newsman in the business, and he joins us over by his plasma. Welcome, Damo.
Thank you, Jess. You're talking about a young Melbourne player there in Christian Salem, but there has been a significant setback to another young Melbourne gun by the name of Jesse Hogan. We know that he's yet to make his AFL debut because of stress fractures in his back. And what we can tell you tonight is that those stress fractures have not responded to the initial rehab program set down for him by the footy club, and that right now there is serious doubt as to when he will be able to play football again. The club today has confirmed to us...
At all, or again this year?
Again this... Well, he hasn't played a game, as you know, and there is serious doubt as to when he'll be able to play. The club, Gaz, has confirmed to us today that he has had a setback, and what Josh Marnie, the head of football, has said is that the club is compiling all the information relating to the stress fractures in his back. There's going to be a meeting early this week, or early next week, with Hogan and all other key people around the situation to work out what the next steps are. I mean, Marnie did say that he expected Hogan, or hoped Hogan, would be back inside the next month, but we can tell you there is serious doubt as to when that will be the case. And Marnie did add that what they are doing with Hogan is they are committed to doing what is best for him. And we just ask Chris while we're talking about Hogan, it's obviously tough what he's going through.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, the frustration for him, being a young bloke with a lot of hype around him, and the fact that we need key forwards out there, that'll be the most frustrating thing for him. But I think the club has said, and they're going to take what I think is the right approach, which is not worry about him playing this season, although I think he still will. He could well play in a month. They'll worry about a young key position bloke who's going to be a star for 10 years, and they won't rush him, particularly with a back injury. There's no point trying to rush him back and risking further damage.
All right, well done, Dawser, and thank you very much, Damo. Later on with Jack Tringo, so we're looking forward to that. All right, we need to get to a break here and straighten right up, because we've got one of the young stars of the competition, the big power forward from Geelong, Tom Hawkins, to join us next. So stick around.
Footy Show, thanks to our magnificent sponsors, Repco, One and Auto Store, Earlby and Sportsbet, over 230 markets on every AFL match. We thank them for their ongoing and very valuable support. Sheen.
What's that?
Sportsbet.
Oh, yes, sorry. Yep, I'm going to get straight into it. So I was having a chat to Ruffy. Now, with Sportsbet, if you place a head-to-head bet on the Pies up against the Bombers Anzac Day match, and any player kicks 4 goals, you get your money back. So if Travis Cloke continues his form with another bag, Paul Chapman, any other player kicks 4 majors, Sportsbet will refund your head-to-head bet to $100. Plus, they've got another money-back special available on all 3 games played tomorrow. Have a bet on the Anzac Day medal market, and if your player gets 30 touches but doesn't win the medal, you get your money back. Conditions apply. Visit sportsbet.com.au for further details. Sure. Please gamble responsibly.
Yes, Sam,
thank you for
well
listening.
done, and you had a bet and you won, so congratulations on that. Time to introduce our special guest tonight. And Monday's game between Hawthorn and Geelong, always a blockbuster. It was in the balance in the third quarter, and that's where the big men stand up and get the job done. He kicked 3 goals in the last quarter, got the Cats across the line, being good enough to join us tonight. Please welcome Tom Hawkins. Hello, Tommy.
Hello, guys.
How are you, mate? Great to have you in.
Thanks for having me.
Monday, big game, MCG. We've got another big one tomorrow. You're privileged to be in the position to be able to go out and play in big games such as that one.
Oh, definitely. We've built a great rivalry with Hawthorn, and they're, as you said, huge games to play in, and I love to be a part of them.
When you do your pre-game planning, the forward scout comes in and presents your likely opponent. Did you think it was going to be Cole Chaney, who you looked like you could eat for dinner?
Yeah, look, I didn't, to be honest. All week I thought I was going to probably get Gibbo, but I ended up on Kyle, and I hadn't actually played on him before, so it was something a bit different. But you know, being a bit small, he's quite quick and quite strong as well. So yeah, that was different, and I didn't really expect that one.
Hawk, we love the way you play footy. We love how you jump at the ball. It's just like that, whether there's people in the area or you're out on a lead. We also love this bit of vision, which we dug up. This is right back from when you first came in. You hadn't even played an AFL game at this stage.
This is Tom Hawkins, and Jack, I played with his father at Geelong, who was an absolute star. But have a look at, how old are you?
18.
He's 18, and just started.
Myself and Xavier and whoever else is running around.
How would you like to play against
He's a Finley boy.
this clown?
What are your memories, Hawk, of coming in all those years ago?
Yeah, it's a long time ago, and I think I'm about 10 kilos heavier there. But look, it was. I came in for one of my schoolmates' birthdays. Dan Satori turned 18, and we came along with Zave Ellis, one of my great schoolmates, and we sat down the front, and we'd actually been out and had a Palmer and even a pot as an 18-year-old. We just turned 18, so yeah, so we came in and I was a bit nervous coming up on stage, but you guys made me feel very welcome.
You are very welcome, no doubt about that. The other thing we noticed on the weekend was you had twice your jumper ripped, and I'm going to ask you how that happened, but that caused Josh Walker's jumper to be dusted off. You are a lot slimmer, but this jumper was no fit. What the hell was going on there?
Yeah, I'm never going to be putting on a large, it's fair to say, ever again, but I'm an XL man, and unfortunately that's all there was. My two jumpers had been ripped. And,
why did that? Were you boxing on? What was it going on there?
No, I think, I don't know, I think...
Will Langford, wasn't it?
Langford, yeah.
Yep.
It was tagging Joel. We always try and make an effort to help that tag player or someone that's getting a bit more attention, so... I had a little scuffle with him, but nothing much in it.
Now, Tom, one of my, not my great observations, because most people's observations is that if you get it reasonably quickly down to the power forwards, they'll do the rest. You must be delighted that the game seems to be changing to accommodate the fact that if you're given a better than even chance, you'll get the thing if you get the ball down quickly, and that's exactly what happened on Saturday, Monday. Yep.
A couple of days off. No, it was fantastic. They're as a key forward, and these two gents had vouched for me here when I say this. It does make it a lot easier when the ball's coming in quick. I think it was just the way that the game was played. I wish it was like that every week, but unfortunately it's not.
Can you believe it? No, can you believe that?
Well, what?
We say that to all the big forwards that come in, and none of the sides play like that, and the wheel is turning, Gary.
Well, they're so dominant, these boys. That's why the opposition sides put players down back and clog all their space up.
Get the thing down quickly, they
can't. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
right.
Absolutely.
Now, go ahead.
No, you, please.
Now, you've got... I haven't researched this, so I hope that... you've got great pedigree. Your mother is... Fred Leder's daughter,
yes, that's
who played for the Cats.
Yep.
So you've got tremendous genes in the family, and your
the
dear
old man.
I'm just about to say that was your dear old dad.
Yeah, well
I was about to
done,
say
nice.
Jack was a marvellous player. Played with him for 5 or 6 years at the Cats, and he was an absolute star. Played at centre half back, and
we've got a team photo. This is 1979. There you are. You're standing next to Jack. So look at the setup on the force. Look at the hair slick back.
Yeah, I was doing a little X-rated movies in those days. And I couldn't pass the physical, so I didn't last long in the actual job. But
does Jack come down and watch all your games, Tommy?
Does
he offer a bit of advice?
Oh, look, Gaz, he doesn't really offer too much advice. He loves coming down with the family. They've been a huge support to me, and they're really important people in your life when you're playing footy, because you can experience some good times in footy, but it also can be pretty tough at times. So
you had a tough time last year with your back. You kept getting out there. We kept watching you, thinking, gee, why is he still playing? You know, because it was clear that we see you move in the manner that you do this year. That last year you were really restricted. How hard was that?
Look, it was pretty tough. Mentally, physically, I probably wasn't at my best, but mentally probably was the hardest thing to deal with. I like to escape from football during the week, particularly a few days after the game. I like to go and play golf and, you know, jump in the beach and when it's not too cold and do things away from to get my focuses off footy. And it was something that I wasn't probably able to do as much. So I was probably thinking about my body 80% of the time. So, look, mate, it was frustrating, but I have said publicly before, I'm not the only person to go out and play with injuries. I'm sure everyone here's played footy and cricket, JB, with injuries.
Very tough physical sport.
Yeah. Tom, in days gone by, we had our heart in our mouth when you'd line up for goal. And probably the anxiety of being a young man whose future and destiny the club rested on you kicking the goals. Now you must be, every game must be just make you more relaxed and more confident. And you seem to, we shouldn't put the moz on you, but you seem to have nailed it more than often.
Yeah, it's something that I struggled with early on in my career, kicking at goal, but and something that I probably will have trouble with at times. I haven't mastered the art of kicking goals, but as you said, I feel I'm a lot more relaxed and with my approach to kicking. So yeah, it's very much an individual thing. I think as long as I feel comfortable with what I'm doing, I don't have a set amount of steps that I take before I kick, but I like to feel comfortable.
Specifically?
Blake Carosella probably does a lot of goal kicking with us. We probably try and have anywhere between, outside of training, we like to have 30 or 40 kicks in as much pressure as you can at training. Yeah, we do quite a bit of goal kicking. We learn a lot off other players as well, because as well as learning from coaches, I think players have got a lot to offer. So
we love Big Tomahawk. He has aspirations to become a coach. Neil Baum really believes in him. Have a look at this. He just believes in you, doesn't he, Tomahawk? You pass him some notes and he says, yep, no worries, fantastic. That must be. Can you believe that? What happened there? What were you passing to him?
I don't know what I was passing. It might have been what I thought my contract was worth. But, and Scotty didn't like that either. But I don't know. I can't even remember.
Well, stay with us, Hawk, because we want to talk about your game. This is a massive game. Port Adelaide are in fantastic form. You get your first look at the Adelaide Oval, Hawk, which is quite extraordinary. And this team get better and better and better. This is going to be a cracking game of football. You see the ins there. Little Need has been a terrific player for them, Holmes and Newton. As we look at the Cats, Matt goes out injured. And Motlop is a very big in, a very important player for the Cats. Schroeder, Thurlow and Walker in what is just a squad at the moment. Look at Hawk, 150 points thereabouts after tearing it to shreds, Sir Sheen.
You're going all right when you can have Motlop a part of your interchange. So Geelong, they're the real deal. Port Adelaide, love the way they're going about it, but the Cats, they'll win this. They're the best side going around at the moment.
Well, I tend to agree. I think the match against the Hawks taught us you just can never write off the Cats, and whilst this will be a cracker game, I think you can't go past Geelong.
Yeah, Cats for me also. They've won the last 10 in a row against Port, so I think that form will continue on.
Hey, Tommy, Stevie Motlop, what's the likelihood? I know he's been out for a while. He's had one or two back in the VFL.
Yeah, he played last Saturday night against Box Hill down in Geelong, so it'd be great to have him back. We will have our main training session tomorrow, and we'll find out probably what the makeup of the side will be. So I don't actually know, but it would be very handy to have him back. He had a super year last year, and he's battled through a bit, but he's in great physical condition, so I hope he's out there.
Cats?
Now, what about the rotation sideshow? Have you got caught up in that? The game seems to be being run by the fitness gurus and GPS, people with GPS machines. And how many times do they take you on and off the ground that you don't want to come on and off the ground? Or do you just tell them?
No, I come off when I'm buggered, so I probably come off 4 times a game. Key position players tend to spend a bit more time out on the ground now, but our sports science team down at Geelong, you know, that's their specialty.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep out of that, Sammy.
That's right. Game's being nobbled by those people, Gary.
It's
being nobbled by those people.
Oh, don't blame me.
You want to get rid of them all again.
If we could just actually get people to stay on the ground when they're doing something rather than working to a time clock or a GPS machine.
Well, Tommy's got it down.
Don't underestimate.
Comes off when he's buggered.
And that is a very good answer, Gary.
right.
That's when you should come off.
Do you like it, Sam, when they kick a goal and then they run straight off? Do you like that?
I can never understand that, Shane. That just seems ludicrous.
Who are you tipping for?
I tell you, don't underestimate or write off the Port Adelaide side. They're a very good side, and this will be a fantastic game. I tempted to go for Geelong, but I tell you what, only just.
Gary, your thoughts?
Well, it's might have snuck up on us over here because we're so focused on Hawthorn v Geelong on Monday, which is first versus second. This is first versus second. At Adelaide Oval, this is huge, and I think Port Adelaide might beat the Cats on
What we need to do is have a look at this, Gary, because we get the shot of Sam, and I didn't know Matthew Scarlett was playing for the Cats way back then, down the front row, but that's Sam in the... here he is, bottom Ray card. But Sam's in this photo, Gary.
Where?
But what's interesting
is
we can show you... these are the next... What are they? That's 5 Geelong team photos where you just didn't bother turning up.
No.
What is that?
When you told me that, I was staggered at that because that is not from dissent or disinterest or
some other business to attend to,
or ambivalence. What?
Some other business to attend to.
I have no idea why I wasn't in those. I'm actually annoyed. I'm not in those. I don't. What?
You and Doug didn't miss the same ones, did you?
No, that is annoying. I don't know why I'm not in those photos.
I want you to get to the bottom of that.
Yes,
but what
I've been,
we do need to
airbrushed out of them.
No, I don't think so.
This is a good-looking boy.
He is indeed, and
powerful presence and a very good look. Have a look at him.
Fine football, and we've been wanting him on the Footy Show for a while, but he said not till I get a kick, and he's doing that and more. So, Tommy, we thank you very much for coming in, mate. Good luck. Here he is, with Tommy Hawkins. We're going to take a break on the Footy Show, and Shane Crawford very shortly to tell us what his big announcement for 2014 is going to be.
G'day, I'm Sergeant Joel Sleep. This Anzac Day I'll be spending it in Kandahar Airfield in Afghanistan. Just like to thank everyone back home for their best wishes and thoughts during this period.
Our thoughts are with the fallen and their families.
I just wanted to say thank you to all of those soldiers who have served before us, those who are still serving, and those who have paid the ultimate price.
I'd like to give a big shout out this Anzac Day to my wife Sarah and my daughters Tallulah and Madeline, and I hope to see you guys soon.
I just want to thank everybody back home for their support. I look forward to catching up with you all when I get back.
I'd just like to say my thoughts are with the veterans back at home and also with the ones that didn't make it home and their families, lest we forget.
Yes, we are indeed humbled by what those amazing people do for us, and we thank them very much, and they will be rightly acknowledged tomorrow. Now, for the 6th straight year, Victoria Better, of course, here we go, is supporting Legacy and the RSL through their Razor Glass appeal. Almost $6 million, if you don't mind, has been raised since 2009 to help the families of our service men and women, both past and present. And once again, VB are donating, if you don't mind, $1 million, Shane. $1 million. Right. So, you too can donate either through the website or through the Shout app. There you go.
Neck it down.
To get involved, head to razorglass.com.au, which is what we're doing. Carlton United Brewing are a mighty company who do great things. $1 million is enormous. So well done, Razor Glass.
Well done, Jim. All the way.
Well done indeed. It's a massive day all around the world at Anzac Day Kokoda Trek, which we did, our friends in the audience.
Different wars, but the same
Don't overdo it, Jim.
Do Kokoda. Shut up, Shane. Do Kokoda.com.
Do Kokoda.com. They're different wars, but the same sentiment applies.
Exactly, and there'll be a big day there tomorrow, as it will be around the country. So get on to that. Let's have a look at this.
We went up to Kokoda.
You did, and I followed you, and you were
we filmed it.
Yeah, no, if you can go to dokokoda.com and have a look at it. St Kilda take on Brisbane. This is the next big game now. This is over in New Zealand, if you don't mind, speaking of Anzac spirit. What about the Saints? They are ninth on the ladder, 3 wins and 2 losses. They beat the Bombers by 16 points. Everyone thought they were going to be no good, and they're going beautifully. Savage is in, Schneider is out suspended. They take on the Brisbane Lions, who are yet to win a game, under the new coach Justin Levitt. But they have got some important ins. Merritt, Rains, Polkinghorne, Hanley and Green all come back into the side that got belted all. They didn't get belted. They lost to Richmond by 43 points. Shane, you have a sneaking suspicion that there may be an upset here.
I love the way the Saints have gone about it, but I just think Brisbane have got some good ins. Merritt's really important. So I'm going to go with the Lions having their first win by about 4 or 5 points.
Certainty?
Yep. Oh, no way.
No way.
No.
Doors up.
Certainty.
Well, I think Nick Riewold's been in some vintage form and he's really leading that side well, and I think the Saints will just be too strong over there.
I agree. I think St Kilda will win this one. Good to see Shane Savage back in, and especially with it being in New Zealand, him being a Kiwi boy himself.
Exactly right, Ruff. So a very nice selection. Samuel, who are you selecting?
I was one of the people that thought St Kilda would be no good.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking they're going all right, and I'm going to pick them to beat Brisbane. And I'd almost bring a certainty card out.
Yeah, but we're not playing it this week because we don't have to. I'm going with St Kilda as well. Damien Barrett joins us again. Damo, welcome back. The big story this week, of course, was Buddy Franklin. Now, you did some digging around this week, I'm sure. What is the story there, please?
Yeah, guys, not just ourselves in the media, but people close to Buddy Franklin grilled him today about what happened in that car accident last night, and all of them, to a person, agree with him 100% and believe him 100% that last night was an accident and an accident only. The AFL is not taking any action, not seeking to have any information its way. It believes what he's been saying to people. And this is Buddy Franklin today reflecting on what happened in that car accident last night.
Anyone that's in an accident, the immediate reaction is just shock and obviously a little bit shaky too. So, yeah, I was devastated, and I was just so thankful that no one else was in the car with me, or no one was in the car next to me. So.
Hey, Damo, just before we go to the next point, I'm pleased to hear that because there's been some shocking rumours going around in the past 24 hours about what may not have taken place there with Buddy Franklin. He's had an accident, won't be the last footy player to crash a car at some stage, so move on.
No, they've tried to they've got to the bottom. The AFL itself has no interest in taking it any further. I caught up with Jack Trengove during the week. As we know, last week had an operation on his navicular bone in his foot, out for the season. He's in a reflective phase of his life post that operation. Only 22 years of old, has been through so much in such a short time at that footy club. We'll start here by him reflecting on the injury itself and the frustrations that he dealt with, and also the self-doubt that clearly crept in.
Yeah, well, it was sort of doing my head in a bit to an extent because, you know, I couldn't do the things and move the way that I wanted to that I had previously, and I was wondering, you know, what's wrong with me? Am I actually losing it, or is there something wrong with me? So while there's plenty of frustration and you want to be out there playing with the boys and battling away each week, there is an element of relief there to know that there is something wrong. Confidence is a huge thing, and that's something that sort of we've lacked over the last few years with, you know, not being too successful on the field. So there was an element of self-doubt that was creeping into my mind, which is something that you never want to go into.
That's Jack Trengove on his foot injury. He was given the captaincy of Melbourne Footy Club at the age of just 20, and as we know, last year relinquished that post. Speaks here about the relieving of pressure when he gave up that role.
Yeah, I'm still not sure what the best word to use is with that, but there was an element of sort of pressure being relieved, and you know, I had a long think about it over the off-season about sort of where I was at as a player and where I wanted to go. You know, so much has been harped on about the leadership side of things the last few years, and I wasn't even playing the best footy that I'm capable of playing. So that was the real focus going into this year, and I was feeling that in the pre-season. I was feeling free of any sort of pressures or anything like that. I just got back to enjoying footy.
Jack Trengove there. And guys, just before I go, May 13 has been set aside by the AFL, full-day forum of all AFL clubs to be held at Etihad Stadium. They're going to thrash out the national talent pathways in each state, and particularly Victoria. One of the conversations will be the possibility of raising the national draft age from 18 to 19. It's a view held by some key people at footy clubs, and it will be expressed very strongly at that particular gathering on May 13. It's a full day set aside. JB, your thoughts on the potential of draftees being raised from 18 to 19?
Well, I understand the concern, and that is that when you're 18, you're in year 12, you're playing First 18 footy at your school, you're playing TAC Cup, you're also committed to play Vic Metro, for instance, or any of the state competitions around the country. And all of that, you're trying to be drafted while you're finishing your most important year of school. So I think the thinking is if you raise it to 19, you let young people, A, get their bodies to a point where they can handle the load at an AFL club, but also get the most important school year of their life out of the way without the concern of being drafted. So I think it's got some merit.
All right, Damo, very nicely done. Thanks for filling us right down the back. Well spoken, Jim. Yes, Fozzie? You're going to...
Just a question without notice. Yes, don't you think, I shouldn't ask you this, don't you think it would be a good idea to have 16 aside, take 2 off the ground, and then you'd create overnight another new team to spread the talent pool amongst the competition evenly?
No.
The old VFA model.
No, I don't. And that's a question that needs a lot longer than we've got to talk about. Maybe next week we might put it on the agenda. I don't, Fossil, by the way.
Well, hey, Shane.
Yes.
Free up the game.
We noticed a photo in the paper this week, didn't we?
No, we didn't. What we did is we noticed that Shane, at the start of the show, said to us, I have done 2 enormous things over the past couple of years, and tonight I'm about to make another big announcement about what he would like to do.
Oh, you're going to make the announcement?
No, you are, you said.
OK, well, this is the biggest thing I've ever done.
No,
but
it's not.
It's not?
No.
OK, well, maybe I'm talking it up. But anyway, this is going to be huge. Just work with me. Come with me. Now, I saw the story last week with Aldinga.
Yep.
Who lost their last game by 300 points. Haven't won a game all year. Goodness gracious me. And not only that, their best player ran out onto the field at the start of the match and swallowed a bee, got taken straight to hospital. So he didn't even get to play. But anyway, it's not a good sight.
They've lost by collectively
800 points, something ridiculous. Anyway, it's not good for footy. It's not good. Now, my last game was, I don't know if you remember, Sam, but it was against Geelong 208. We won the grand final against the Cats. But, as you can tell, I'm still in good shape, and I am prepared to put my hand up and go, where is Aldinga?
It's halfway between Adelaide and Victor Harbour down the coast.
Oh, maybe I won't. No, I'm prepared to... give me a month, at least, to get out and have a training run. I don't want to break down like Juddy. I want to get myself firing and ready to go. But I'm prepared to make a comeback for the old... What are they called?
Aldinga Sharks.
Aldinga Sharks in a month or so.
Very good.
Okay. Got my jumper. There you go. And I've asked for number 9, but they don't have it, so I'm going to run around with number 99. Nice. I'm happy with that. And not only that, there's a catch. You've got to get involved, and I mean this, all of you, somehow. You've got to coach, you've got to be the president.
Yes.
Sam, you have to come with me to wherever it is and actually sing the national anthem as we run out.
Yes, please.
And if you back me in, I'll get out there and run around and hopefully get 2 or 3 quarters out.
My last game was 34 years ago, Gary, and I have no intention to going to Aldinga.
Yes, you will.
I have no
You will go and support.
Well, if you're not going to do it, I'm not going to do it.
You're singing the song.
The national anthem.
That's your bit.
Okay.
Just like the 208 grand final, we run out there in that national anthem singing.
So now, let's get this clear. Aldinga haven't won a game for how long? As long as we can remember.
Their coach got sacked after 2 games, Gary. They lost by 40 goals in each of those
their
games.
last premiership...
didn't see it coming.
No, he didn't see it coming.
So that's a very good thing.
1937.
That's a very good thing you're doing. In a month's time, you're going to go and play for Aldinga, and Sam's going to sing the national anthem.
And not only that, Jim's going to be the president.
Yes.
Gary, you're going to help coach. And Bill,
what's Bill doing?
He can be at the bar. Just socialising with the people and keeping the morale up.
We'll find out from the president exactly who they play, and we'll have a big build-up to that game. So you better get into training, and you don't want to embarrass yourself.
And please don't tell me at Aldinga, whatever, that I'm not going to get a game, OK?
Right.
I'm not coming through the 2s. I'm going straight back into the seniors.
Wayne.
And I'll play wherever I want. Please.
You would... Sam's already rehearsing. You would think after doing this job for as long as I have, Gary, that I'd read the running sheet, but I didn't. I'm sorry. Shane, we saw a photo during the week.
Oh, we've got an article on our very own Gary Lyon and Carl Stefanovic. They're tight-knit. They love each other. The Logies are on Sunday. They're going to share a room. Carl has really sort of focused or channelled himself all around the way Gary operates. But not only that, Gary, please don't let yourself get out of hand like last time you did when you were at the Logies. Please keep it in check and don't let us see any more of those pictures. Hanging a bit low there, Gary, but not too bad.
He's an amused Sam, is what amuses me.
Well,
you look like Yasser Arafat.
Very interesting that Sam gets brought up in the same sentence as the Logies, because this is a man who hasn't attended the great event for a good 7 or 8 years, and yet we were both watching the other day just while we were waiting to go on, and we saw the big promo for the Logies and could not believe what we saw. Take a look.
Television's Night of Nights. Gold goes to...
With music's biggest superstars.
Ed Sheeran,
Jason Derulo,
John Newman,
MKTO.
Let me a lady tonight.
Sunday, 7:30 on 9.
We can't even get the Force to attend, and now he's on the bill.
I can't believe it. You and Kylie and Ed Sheeran, what are you going to do?
Which number are you going to run with?
National anthem. Come out with a national anthem.
Australians all... might open with that, Gary?
Well, you work out what you're going to sing. Maybe you'll give us a few bars on the other side of the break. We've got plenty more still to come on the front.
Deep in the heart of me, so deep.
Welcome back to the Footy Show. Let's get stuck into this next game. It's Sunday. It's at the MCG. Richmond take on Hawthorn. Tigers 11th on aisle, 2 wins and 3 losses. Batchelor, Helbig, McDonough and Young. Ben Lennon come into the squad that went and defeated the Lions by 43 points. Ricky Pittard was a nice player, as was Trent Cotchin, who's always a nice player. They take on the Hawks. Ruffy's boys, who lost their first game of the season by just 19 points. They welcome back some important players. Brian Lake, Rowan Shoalmakers comes back, and also Billy Hartung may make his debut. He's just in the squad at the moment, pick 24 in the 2013 National Draft. Billy Hartung, will he get a game? And just before we do, these milestones, by the way, have a listen to these. Sam Mitchell and Sean Burgoyne, 250 games, and Daniel Jackson, 150. So well done, those guys.
Yeah, congratulations to both those guys. Great effort. It'll be interesting to see. I think we'll find out the side fully tomorrow at training, but good to see a young bloke coming up like that can put pressure on some of the other midfielders. But I've had a bit of trouble against the Tigers the last couple of games.
Why is that, Jared?
Oh, here we go again.
All right,
Hardwick coaches Richmond, who's come from Hawthorn. So
right, we'll let you off there. Dorza, what do you think's going to happen?
I think even though the Tigers have been good against the Hawks in recent time, I think Hawthorn's just too strong and they'll snuff them.
Yeah, I think the Hawks, on the rebound, the Hawks will be very hard to beat. Sammy Mitchell, Sean Burgoyne, superstars, well done to those. And well done to Jared Roughhead on joining the Boy Toy Club. Have a look at this tweet that we love Twitter. Down there, that's Ruffy's handle. You made it to the Boy Toy wall. We've got Brad Pitt, Justin Bieber and Jared Roughhead. Yeah. Well done. How do you feel, mate? An honour.
What can I say? An honour.
We have our own BT wall. We have our own BT wall.
We do?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we?
Yeah, we do.
There it is. Look at Bristle. Look at the setup on him. Oh, no.
Very unfair on our great friend Brian Taylor,
Mr. Creosote up the top there.
He's going beautifully. Give us your tip, please, Samuel. Hawthorn versus Richmond.
Brian, very good.
Brian will appreciate that.
Brian.
You'll see the humour in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I reckon you'll have... Jared, I reckon you'll have a blinder, mate, because you'll be fit, you'll be fresh. And I think you'll beat Richmond, don't you think?
I do, indeed. I think Hawthorn will win comfortably.
All right, let's keep banging. The Western Bulldogs take on the Adelaide Crows. We're going to keep these games flying at you. Etihad Stadium Sunday. Look at the outs for the Doggies. Williams and Wallace are two big names to be coming out of that side. Honeychurch made debut. Good luck if he does, making his entrance into that side. As we move on to the Adelaide Crows, Douglas is out. 2 weeks, they would have grabbed that with both hands. Dangerfield, what an unbelievable game he played. Lyons, Martin, Otten and Greg. Shane, Adelaide travel over here to take on the Western Bulldogs.
Yeah, I reckon Ryan Griffin's about to explode, but Dangerfield was amazing on the weekend, kicking 5 goals, having 30-plus touches. So I think Adelaide ready to go and ready to make the 8.
I think the Crows have just probably struggled a bit for consistency this year. They're still a bit up and down. I reckon at Etihad Stadium, the Doggies will get up.
Great doors, yeah. I think the Doggies will win this one. Yeah, bounce back to a bit of form after what happened last week.
They did. They were
beaten by Carlton.
Disappointing last week against Carlton.
Who?
Dogs?
Yeah, they were. They were really disappointing. And I think they'll beat Adelaide. At Etihad, I do.
I think Adelaide might win, actually. I think the Crows are just starting to hit a bit of form. But I want to remind everyone about the best prize in football and television. It is called Almost Football Legends. This is where you send your address to. Massive cash prizes every week. $500 if your vision gets played. You don't have to win anything, just if your vision gets played. And then $1,000 hard cash if you win the weekly prize. Winner goes into the drawer, $45,000 if you don't mind, and a $5,000 home timber and hardware voucher if your entry is the best of the year. So send in your best goals, marks and funny footy incidents for your chance to win these awesome prizes. Now, take your video camera, take your phone and get it out at local footy, and if you capture it and get played, there's 500 easy. If you win, there's 1,000. You may end up winning 45 grand.
Local footy just underway, I think, the first couple of rounds.
Junior footy started, gym everywhere.
Exactly right.
We're going to take a break. We've got Street Talk coming at you from Ackland Street next.
Saints are flying. Perhaps moving down to Frankston has finally paid off. I'm here in Ackland Street, St Kilda, to see who else wants to move down to the peninsula. All right, let's roll. You want to come with us?
No. I'm quite happy living in the inner suburbs of Melbourne.
Are you moving to Frankston too?
Not likely, mate.
Frankston. Frankston's shit. You want to come to Frankston?
No.
Do you know who is this one?
Huh?
The Carlton player.
Just piles of shit.
Shane.
Shane.
Crawford.
Good day, Shane. Good Shane Crawford.
Oh, he's a good man.
How's John Salmon? Sam Newman.
He's going well. He couldn't turn up today. He's moved to Frankston.
And
because
James Brayshaw.
James Brayshaw and
Gary Lyons.
Gary Lyons.
Yeah.
You going to Frankston? He going to Frankston?
Actually, I know there is a nude beach around there, so you should better go there and have fun.
Sunnyside?
Yeah, he knows about it.
Want a scotch?
Oh, yes or no?
Now, I've been looking everywhere around St Kilda for the last 3 hours. I've lost a pen.
Is that right?
And I just need a bit of help. Someone told me it was down this way somewhere.
It's a big place, St Kilda.
What is this?
Scotch.
Oh, you're kidding, are you?
Clearly we're
Cheers, Shane.
I don't really want to drink it. I'm working.
You have to.
Young Ruffy. You sure? I probably shouldn't do it.
Why?
Okay,
Hair
I'll...
on your chest.
You came to us.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to come up with a slogan for Frankston. Move to Frankston and... Move to Frankston and...
Hang out at the train station?
Move to Frankston and...
Bouge à Frankston et I don't even speak French anymore.
Move to Frankston and...
move out again.
Good on you, mate. Have a good time. See you later. He's laughing at his own joke. They're going to New Zealand this week.
Yeah.
Can you speak the lingo?
No, I can't. I'm not going to try. I'm sorry,
Come
mate.
on, have a go.
Go Nuck, go Sinners, y'all kick yum lins bots, bro.
Go Nuck, go Centers, you'll cuck them Lions butts, bro.
Cuck.
Sorry?
Cuck. It's New Zealand.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yum bot broom.
Shit, do we go with that? Highly Templeton, bro. Breaches, bro. Yahoo to Kaklung, aye. Let's keep through ball moving, guys.
Choice girl. Hey, Tumble Bunber, bro.
Hey, like tumble bun, bro.
Fuck that. Oh, sorry.
I'm her husband, but could she give you a kiss on the cheek?
Sure.
You don't
Go on, MD.
Go on.
It's only one chance, go on.
Come on, come on.
All right,
Come on.
ready?
Very nicely handled, Shane. Ackland Street kind to you?
A lot of wonderful people. They were great. And a little bit wet that day, but a lot of good
handled it
people.
beautifully. Well done. Gold Coast, GWS, the two expansion clubs. Metricon Stadium, Saturday, 1:40. You can see it there. Warnock comes out for the Gold Coast Suns. Sumner is the man that comes in. Gary Ablett, if you think it's possible, is actually getting better as a footballer. The GWS Giants, as we swing across, Kelly has made a fine start to his career. He's out injured, as is Green, O'Rourke and Shaw come in. Ranked second for clearances in the comp, which is a very good performance from a young side. Now, Jared, what are your thoughts here?
I think Gold Coast will win this one. I think up there on Saturday afternoon, yeah, they'll just be too good for the Giants.
Doors up.
Yeah, Gold Coast have been pretty good at Metricon, and with Gazza in the form that he's in, can't see him being beaten.
The Suns, Sam.
Sam.
Yep.
Gary Ablett fast becoming the best player ever.
Ever? See, that's a big call.
Ever.
Well, he could win third round, like Samuel, which
And
would
he'll
put him
beat
right up
them
there.
almost on
He
his...
may even win a fourth. Now, I think the Suns as well. But don't go away. We're having our last break for the night, and then Sam's going to come back and cure goal-kicking woes.
Oh, yes.
In the studio, he thinks he can do it in here right after the break. That's next on the Footy Show.
There you go, there's the jersey will be worn on April 26th for the 6th version of the Anzac Cup in Villers-Breteuil, France. And all Australian team will be playing a French team. That is the jersey there. Well done to everyone involved.
Fantastic. Anzac Day nearly upon us. It's going to be massive tomorrow. The Today Show, top rating show for the year
what
this
about
morning,
it?
I believe. But tomorrow,
Gary and Sam
big,
featuring
special
Carl and Lisa.
Special Anzac edition of the Today Show. Live to dawn services across the country. Stories from the front line of soldiers past and present, and a preview of the hotly contested Anzac Day footy matches. The Today Show tomorrow morning. Now,
Yes,
Jim.
ridiculous man love existing between Carl and Gary at the minute. Hey, you would remember this man. This was from a couple of weeks ago at the footy. He presented the target behind the goals for the Hawks players. Ruff pointed him out at one stage,
Yes,
told
he
him where
did.
to stand,
He did.
and then stuck it through. So I'll tell you what we've done here on the Footy Show, and that's got this man in the audience.
No.
There he is on the telly. There he is here. So, what we're doing, Ruff,
Yes,
stand up, we need you to hit that target. We've got you a footy.
And this is what we've said all along, Ruff, is that it's like putting. You always aim to hit the ball about 1.5 feet past the hole.
All right.
This way, you don't aim at the goal, you aim at the target behind the goal.
Righto, here we go. You're going to have a kick too, Sam.
I am.
Doors, are you having a kick?
That'd be
Shane.
good.
Righto, let's start with you, Ruff.
Come on, Jared.
Chrissy Dawes. Here he goes.
Forward will get up there and draw a couple through.
Come on, Foss. Nice, Foss. Shane, you're having a kick. There we go.
Hey, as these boys are kicking, we want to thank Jared Rufford. We also want to thank Chris Dawes for coming in. Good luck on the weekend,
Was
boys.
that your
Shane,
idea?
to Sam, and to Jim. Good luck to Essendon and Collingwood tomorrow, and everyone else who's involved in Anzac Day. And we'll be back next Thursday from 8:30. Have a great Anzac Day. We'll see you then. Good night.